Hello and welcome to Deborah Dialogues. I've been talking with Deborah about sharing with you ways to improve your life and how you do that through the changing of habits. So let's connect and see what they have to say. We are thrilled to talk to you about this subject because so few people understand the importance of it. We know that many of you want to live a different life. You want to improve your life. You want to do different things. And all of that is available to you. And there is a little bit of a truth that we would like to share with you. And we're going to give that to you in advance and then we'll discuss it. But we want it to actually sink down into your mind and into your heart. And you may have heard this before. To change your life, you need to change some of the things that you do every day. There are patterns and habits that humans fall into. So the physical part of you likes habitual behavior. There's comfort, there's safety, there's knowing what's coming with habitual behavior. And so when we look at the habitual behavior, you might find that there are things that don't exactly make for a great life that you do all the time. Maybe you don't think before you spend, or perhaps you don't think before you say something. Perhaps you're a little too thin-skinned and your feelings are easily hurt. None of this may apply to you. There are millions and trillions, an infinite number of habits. And your part is to determine which of those habits serve you well, give you a great life, and those habits that do not. For example, a habit of gratitude, thankfulness every morning before you start your day is a wonderful way to change your life and maintain your happiness. But if you spend your day grousing about because of all the things you don't have, or you're lamenting the idea that you can't have what you want when truthfully you can, remember when we talked about where you put your focus, where you place your attention? Those are the things that grow. So maybe you have a habit of looking at all the things that you don't like about your life instead of looking at all the things that you do like about your life. Maybe you want a new car and you look at your current car and you think, oh, the seats are torn and it isn't reliable and it's got an oil leak and it doesn't shift right and it's just going to cost a lot of money to get it fixed. Well, all of that may be true, but if that's what you're thinking about and if that's what you're focused on, you're going to get more of that with respect to your car. But if every time you got into your car to drive it, you took a hold of the wheel and you thought, oh, I love this car. It has been so good to me. It is still serving me. And it gets me to where I want to go. And what if you pretended while you were driving your current car that you were actually driving your new car, the car that you want? Do you see how that kind of a shift could make you feel better? If it isn't clear, give it a try. Just sit in your chair for a moment and imagine having what you want and what that would feel like. And then ask that divine spirit that is in you to point out the thoughts and habits that you have that are contrary to manifesting that thing that you want. So if you are unhappy with your partner, your spouse, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, and all you can see in that person are the things that you don't like about them, make that shift, change that focus. And if you think about all the things that you do like about them, then that will make you feel better about that person. It will help elevate you to a more heavenly stance. And that will serve you better as well. And when you start thinking and feeling in terms of the things that are good in your life, you are transmuting that energy to the universe, and it will draw to you more things to be happy about, more things to feel good about. The key is to breaking the habits that make you feel poorly and employing the habits that make you feel good. Feeling good is the answer, and it's the answer to bringing into your life the things that you want. As you are moving forward and you're identifying habits of behavior, thought pattern habits, emotional habits, and immediately what comes to mind is a habit of looking in the past. You can't do anything to change it. You can't do anything to fix it. And you certainly can't go back and rehash those conversations that didn't go the way you wanted them to, or those circumstances. You can't do anything to change or fix it, but you can revise it in your mind. How would you have loved it to go? What would you have liked to have said? How would you have liked the ending to come about? There is a human habit of going to the past, reliving the past. And when you do that, all the emotional upheaval comes up and you relive those feelings. And the power of manifestation is in the feelings. So you don't want to feel that negative rehashing. You want to feel good about what you've done, where you're going, the conversations you've had, the people in your life, how you love, how you are loved. So let go of the past. Looking back is a habit. And if your mind brings a situation from the past into the forefront of your mind, change it, revise it, think about how you want it to go or would have wanted it to go. And what would that feel like? And feel those emotions. What if it never happened? What would that feel like? So we would encourage you to identify within your life one or two habits that maybe you would like to change, and don't pick one that's hard or overwhelming or you don't believe you can flip. Choose one that bothers you. For example, if there's a person in your life that you just find annoying, and every time you see that person coming, you think, oh no, here she comes again. What if you created a habit of seeing God in that person? Because that person is a perfect divine spirit just as you are. What if you started with a shift that you could manage? And you developed a new habit of seeing the good in everything, seeing the good in every person, seeing the good in the things that you have. It's okay to want something new and better. That's what life is all about. But it's also very good to be thankful, grateful, and happy with the things that you have. You don't have to have them forever. You can have the things that you want, because that's part of living heaven on earth, right? So start thinking about the habits that you would like to change that don't serve you well, and identify the ones that do serve you well so that you can make sure those go unaltered. Does this make sense? Okay. Thank you for having a little bit of time to spend with us. We appreciate being with you and talking with you. And we look forward to seeing what you do to change the habits in your own life to make your life better. Congratulations.